Good afternoon, Gladiators, and welcome to the 2019/20 season. As your reigning champion for the second season running, the Bukkake Jackie's done the double. Not quite as good as the treble, but sat here with me winning trophies, the league title, and of course, not to forget the mighty Togger Shield. Sat here. Also sat here, if you want to come and have a look, is all the winnings, what the Chester Copper Pot sent over. You can see multiples bottles of bubbly there. But my actual tipple of choice today is going to be a trusty old Wey IPA from Toon. So I'm going to be enjoying that. But because as your winner of the league, I went from the treble winning to the double winning, so probably only going to be title winner only this season, the way my form's going. But I thought I'd do the first weekly review. So first of all, I'd just like to welcome the new Togger players of the season, which is Brian, who's operating the team Headphones United. We've got Phil Rag, well overdue, no offence Rag, and Desperate Dan all the way from Birmingham. So those three are going to be competing to take our league to 10 this season. So gosh knows what's in store. But without any further ado, no offence Rag, let's get cracking with the knacking. With the first fixture, two of the new lads actually. It's Villains FC from Desperate Dan playing Headfunderland FC from Bry. Now, when I'm looking at these two teams, quite evident two people who have not played Todger before, because there's a lot of crap in here, especially from Villains FC. He's bombarded them with Villa players, and that's where his downfall is going to be. Bry has done some suspect but possibly good business early doors by drafting in Harry Kane early doors. So he's got Kane, Aguero and Richarlison up top. I think that is going to be a strike force that not many people are going to be able to keep up with this season. But he's also got a lot of gash in there because he doesn't know the scoring yet, like Zinchenko, Wijnaldum, Ndombele I don't think he's going to do well. Walker was a slow burner last season. Stones, Iwobi, Kante. He's going to need to clear a lot of shit out of the ranks. But luckily for him, he's playing Dan, who looks even shitter than him. And he's got like Sané, who's either snapped his ACL or going to Bayern Munich. Milner's injured. Ali's injured. He's drafted Wes Morgan in there. Tom Heaton, a load of Villa guys like Jota, John McGinn. So tie number one, I think, is going to go to Bry with Headfunderland FC. Tie number two is Gabe versus Rag. So the Scranton Stranglers versus New Team United. And when I'm looking at this tie, Gabe's team is as shit as it's ever been. And he is just very fortunate he's playing Rag, who's drafted a load of cack. Gabe has done real bad with his draft. Apart from Bernardo Silva, who I think is going to be good, he's drafted the likes of Lukaku, who's off to Inter Milan. Zaha, who's going to have spat his dummy out, toys out the Iran because he wasn't allowed to move to Everton. Fair enough, he's got Albanyamam up front. He'll do well. Eric Lamela is going to be in and out the team all season, so I think he needs to have a good overhaul of his team before the season even starts. But luckily for him, as I said, he's playing Rag, who's drafted a load of crap, like Rodrigo, Pukki, Matt Target, Oliver Norwood, Wesley from Villa. Rag, you're going downtown to Browntown. Tie number two well and truly goes to Gabe with Scranton Stranglers. Tie number three, Piqué and De Bruyne, operated by Plops, winner of the Crack, Sack and Back League last year, versus STP, former bottom of the league himself. Where do I see this one going actually? Do you know what it is? Plops is drafted not bad for... Actually no, this is disgusting. His strike force is literally going to make my bum sick. He's got Son and Delafeu up front with Ashley Barnes playing him behind. And he's got nothing much else on the bench because Lacazette's apparently going to be injured. He's got Glenn Murray, dog shit. Declan Rice, Gundogan's not going to play. Kurt Zuma. Oh my word, this is disgusting. That must mean STP is going to win. Let's have a quick deeks at his team. This team is just as bad. He has got, again, unrested players like Ericsson in there. Juan Mata is going to be in and out. He's banked on Dwight McNeil at the end of last season's form, but I'm not so sure if he's going to be playing with Chris Wood, banging him in pre-season. He's got Benjamin Mendy, no idea when he's coming back, second crack. Ravel Morrison, unknown. Mane is injured, and Stipe him in. Come on, too much risk in there. I will go, because one of them's made me bum sick and one of them's made me puke out my mouth, that this is going to be a tie of the shittest. I'd be surprised if they even break the 20 points this week. So a tie between Piqué and De Bruyne versus STP, which brings us on to tie number 4. Luckily, a lot more quality in management and in Spielers in this one, which is Tupac versus Colo. The Chudley Cannons, they've got a decent outfit actually. They've went with some decent point scorers. Consistency the key here. He's got Andy Robertson, Madison, Pogba, Firmino, real good point scorer. So he's going to get his basic points on the scoreboard early doors. And then he's went for a few risky ones, but I think might be promising, you know. Some new boys. Joelinton probably going to bang 100 in the weekend against Arsenal. Haller, I've got a good feeling about him at West Ham. And Pulisic, I think he will be good actually, because I think if they put him in a forward role where Hazard was playing, he might be good. So he looks like he's got some good prospects actually, Chudley Cannons this year. Che Adams and Dick Orivi might be good for weeks at the start, you never know. Colo FC, he's went for some trusted high scorers from last season, so looking straight off, he's got Hollebass and Matt Doherty, who were both high scorers. However, especially Hollebass, he's an aging man, and they reckon Danny Rose might be heading to Vicarage Road, so Hollebass might be outside that Colo FC door before we know. But Ross Barkley's got in there. He had a solid pre-season, as did Raheem Sterling. And Raheem Sterling was a very, very good draft because he gets the assists, he gets goals, he gets shots on target. He's literally going to get everything. He could be player of the season, I think, Raheem, so he's drafted well. But his midfield, I think, is where he's went above and beyond. He's got a very, very good attacking line in midfield. Felipe Anderson plays, I had him in the first half of last season as part of the front three. Sigurdsson plays attacking, Townsend plays attacking. All classes midfielders on here, you see. And he's got Fornals, and I think the only thing with Fornals, he's not going to play every week, but I think when he does play, he'll pick up a lot of points. And he's drafted in a wild card with Harry Wilson. God knows if he'll play or not, but with Brooksy out, Wilson might just play for Bournemouth. It's going to be a tough one, but I think Colo FC might just nick that one. Which brings us on to the prime fixture, the very, very first on Match of the Day this week. It is Sané Mane Happy Days versus the mighty Bukkake Jackies, reigning champs. And when I'm looking at the Sané Mane Happy Days, I think he's drafted quite well actually. His strike force is solid. Vardy, Wilson always score well. Martial, I think he's going to have a longer stretch in the team this year for Man United, so I think that's a good strike force he's got there. Solid at the back with De Gea. He's got Ricardo Pereira. He's going to be awesome this season for Leicester. Getting lots of assists, lots of crosses, as well as probably a few cleanies as well. Like his other defenders, I'm not so sure. Alderweireld, I don't know if he's going to play, let alone score many points. And why don't you come on over Valerie? He did do all right the back end of last season. I remember him scoring a screamer. But his midfield, that's where he's going to be picking up, I think, a real good chunk of his points. With Redmond, Ward-Prowse and KDB all going to be attacking there. And a bit of a risk with the Ox, but if he does get himself back up to match fitness, he could be a real good addition. He's got to get rid of Davy Brooks because he's crocked for a good few months. So other than that, Michael Keane is solid at the back, sack and crack. So his opponent, the mighty Bukkake Jackies, his defence is quite poor. Kolasinac, who is great when he plays, but I think they're going to be signing Tierney, so he might be out. Vallejo from on loan from Real Madrid to Wolves. Hoping he's a bit of a risk, but gosh knows what's going to happen with him. And Tarkowski, he might be a bit unsettled after not getting his move through to Leicester. Midfield is strong attacking, but maybe he's not going to play for the BJs. He's got Diego Jota, his second pick in the draft. He's going to be solid because he plays up top, but classed as a midfielder. Ozil, there's rumours that he might be going to DC United. Defcon United might be getting him. Lucas Moura, I think, is going to be solid. And Antonio, when he plays, but he's going to be a bit like Fornals. He's going to be playing on the front line when he plays, but he's going to be rotated quite a bit. But the BJ strike force is solid as a rock. He's got 6 solid strikers in Rashford, King and Salah. They are going to be starting most weeks. But then if he wants to mix it up, Perez I think is going to be awesome for assists, crosses and goals, shots on target this season. He's got him on the bench. With Chris Wood as well, who had a solid pre-season as a backup. And Kyle's got a bit of a mix in Alexis Sanchez. Gosh knows what's going to happen, but in the off chance that don't replace Lukaku, he might be called upon. He might be a decent 6th choice striker. Phil Foden, I think he's going to have a good season. Again, he's a midfielder, but can play quite high up the field, as is Jesse Lingard. So on that analysis, I'm going to go for the BJ's victory. So just to recap, we've got tie 1, Headphones, tie 2, Gabe. But if he was playing anyone else, he was going to get beat. Tie 3 was the one that made every part of my body sick. It's going to be a tie of the shittest proportions. Tie 4 is 2-pack, and tie 5 is the BJ's. Good night, God bless, and enjoy the first weekend of the season. Mwah.